I grew up in a very small rural community in North Louisiana. Both of my parents held elected office in their lifetime. My dad had a role that was similar to county commissioner, but in Louisiana, because they were under the French system, it's called police juror there. And he held that role for 12 years while I was growing up. My mom became mayor of our little town after I was grown and away from home. And so I come by it kind of naturally of wanting to be involved in public service and try to find a way to make our community better than the way I found it. You know, I grew up attending Democratic conventions at the national level, at the state level, county government positions with my dad, and we talked about making the community better. They were both very passionate about that. One of the big impacts that I had in my life was the Ku Klux Klan burned a cross on our front yard when I was about 8 years old. And the reason I did that, my dad was in a position to hire workers for the road construction, and he was hiring African American men when white men were applying for the job, because he was hiring the one most qualified, the one that worked the hardest and was most reliable. And they didn't like that. And so there were a lot of conversations about why that was taking place and what it meant and why it was okay. We were good. And so that instills in you a belief system that without that occurrence, I wouldn't have had a lot of those conversations. Well, as I mentioned before, a large percentage of the people in our office are women, most of them young. So I worked very hard when I got here to try to recognize the work that they're doing and make sure that they were receiving a living wage. When I arrived, I thought the office was very top-heavy and the people doing the day-to-day work were not being paid adequately. Some people here had not had a raise in 8 years when I got here. And so I reorganized the office, eliminated a complete level of management, freed up a lot of funds that then could be shared with the people that were doing the day-to-day work of the office. And I believe happy employees make better public servants. We have stressed very much the role that we are public servants and we want to make sure that we have quality customer service. And I'm very proud of the fact that we do. And I get that feedback a lot. We get a lot of comments when I'm out in the community. We get people sending me emails thanking me for the way people handle their requests. And that's not something you hear in government positions a lot. So we're very proud of that. Well, one thing we've done is to make sure that our management team is diverse and represents Harris County. And we're very proud of the diversity, not only of just our entire office employees, but the managements. So there are more African American management people in my office than any other ethnicity. The Caucasians is the lowest. So we want to represent the communities, and we have Spanish-speaking people in every public section of our office, where if you come in and you speak Spanish, we have the ability to serve you in your language of choice. We've converted our website to, with a click of a button, you can convert it to any language that you wish. And we feel like that's important, that people can get the information they need without it being a language barrier. I think the most important legacy would be from the attorney perspective, because that is our primary customer as the district clerk. And the feedback that I'm getting, that they appreciate what we're doing and the advances that we've made on making their jobs easier, that's a major one. The second one would be that we get that participation rate and diversity rate up in our jury panels to include all Harris County citizens.